give this a shot right here and see how we sound. We're getting all this together. Welcome to the special Thanksgiving special that we're filming not on Thanksgiving, but it's still special. Exactly.
Thanksgiving week.
Yes, exactly. It all counts. We're gonna make a run around the table real quick, and I'm trying to make sure that it's not too hot on YouTube's. So we should be good. Dale Rankin, Debbie Noble joining us. What's going on, guys?
Did anybody go buy a pie today at the Pie Ladies sale?
That was today.
That was today. You had to get there at 9 a.m.
Are we speaking about in the future? Or are we speaking about in the past?
Nine
No,
on Thanksgiving.
It was already. It was today because we're going to eat those pies
It
on
was,
Thanksgiving.
yeah.
Sorry you missed it.
We're getting
You're
here.
listening to this on Thursday.
Tyler Thorson joining us. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, I'm just, it's real festive. It almost smells like Thanksgiving.
Exactly. Well, we're coming to you from the past. If you're watching this now on YouTube, so everybody's probably outside wearing jackets, and we look all tropical and everything from an undisclosed location, known only to a few thousand people. A top secret location, which is not Doc's Seafood and Steaks, which is still one of our great friends of the show. We're just doing a special edition from here. Jay Gardner joining us as well. How's it going, buddy?
Special Pirate Thursday radio show, and Tyler, as Tyler said earlier, I can almost smell the cranberries from here. So.
Right. I'm ready.
It's getting there. Our other special guest, Greg Smith, joining us. What's going on, buddy?
Well, good morning. Watching that sun go up. It's just in
going the
reverse
wrong
order on this almost beautiful Thanksgiving.
If you play the video backwards, you can almost see it coming up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Someone's pushing play on Wizard of Oz right now to see if it syncs.
Yeah, right.
Yes, and speaking of special, beautiful people, we've got Lauren joining us,
right,
and
yeah.
Finn is joining. Little Finn Cora is joining us as well. How's it going?
Hello, everybody. Good
Excellent.
afternoon. Good morning.
We've been talking about getting you on the radio for a while, and for a lot of people aren't really aware of the fact that back in the day, you were Eric Von Wade's co-host.
Yes, I was for
That's right, yeah.
for
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
When I was in grad school, getting my master's, I did an internship competition for his old radio station. That shall not be named. I got second place because I was told I didn't have a face for radio or something. I was like, okay. He went to a new station and was like, I know who I want to get as my co-host. So
Oh, nice. And now doesn't he have like an AI co-host?
yes, which I definitely,
I feel like he should bring you back.
I definitely called him out about it too. It's like, Eric, what
AI
are
is
you doing?
it's replacing people's jobs, and we have a problem with that.
You know what
Yeah.
they're doing now? They're doing, McConaughey is in cahoots with somebody, and they're like protecting, maybe it's with John Wayne or something. They're basically perpetuating their voices forever so they can, so nobody will get hired.
It's almost like an episode of Futurama is like
It is.
coming
Come
true,
to
except
life.
it's not a head, it's just the voice.
Crazy.
Well, they recreated Walt Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if we have to pause and jump for any reason, we are having some kind of interesting camera issues. But the whole thing is, this is a pre-recorded show, so if things just immediately get clear,
Just automatically,
you're welcome, yeah.
automatically splice it. And she dropped the turkey on the floor.
No. The bumper sounds.
exactly.
Cut that out.
No, Dale played the WKRP in Cincinnati
That
turkey
is-
shop.
That
drop.
is one of the best episodes
I've been
ever.
thinking about sponsoring a turkey drop.
Yeah.
Couldn't find a helicopter.
I'm in. I'm
Yes.
in.
We can do really tiny ones with the drone.
Yeah, there
You
you
know.
go.
Or we can drop
A
leftovers
Cornish
someplace.
hen.
Yeah, Cornish hens.
Yeah.
Well, I saw that Port Aransas is going to do a drone show this year. For
Really?
their- with-
As in like a light show drone?
yeah, they're going to do after their parade, they're going to do a drone show, which I don't think we've ever had one of those on this end of the island. We got drones, but we never do a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Jacob
How
and
many
I.
drones do you need to do a light show?
Several hundred, I think.
You need
right?
more than just
Five-
Jacob.
500.
Yeah.
We need more than just Ox here, right?
They say they're spectacular. I've never seen one.
Well, they had that one in Florida, really spectacular, when the drones were dive bombing the audience.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to worry about the crowd in that case.
Didn't China do that for the Olympics last time?
I believe they did.
Probably. I just showed Jacob a drone show that they recently did in South Korea. And you're right, it was
amazing.
unreal.
It's
It was
amazing.
unreal.
Yeah, I saw that.
The 3D effects and then they had a section where it looked like a billboard, and the characters were dancing on the billboard, but it was drones. Oh my gosh.
We should get one for the 4th of July.
Yeah, and
Here comes Nick up the stairs.
if we
We need a deposit by January.
Exactly.
we
if
need
we-
the deposit.
if we did that in a bluff, they'd be shot out of the sky.
I was really looking
I
for
know.
Nick up,
That would
up
be
the
fun.
stairs.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
Yeah.
So as people are listening to us, they're getting ready for Thanksgiving dinner,
Yes.
Thanksgiving stories,
That's right.
and you
Shop small
mentioned
Saturday.
the turkey drop. Has everyone ever been at a dinner where someone actually dropped the turkey on the floor?
Oh yeah.
And live to
Unfortunately-
tell about it?
Unfortunately, it was me.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Did you eat it anyway? You got the 5-second rule.
I did. My dad busted me for a second, and then he went, no.
Yeah.
Wait,
Just-
didn't you do that
'cause I
Julia
popped
Child
it back-
thing where you're like,
popped
oh,
it back
good.
on the tray?
Yeah.
I meant to do that.
There's that Julia Child
just
thing where
herbs
she
and
goes,
spices.
oh, it's a good thing I had another one here in the kitchen.
Yeah,
And
but
then
that's
she
what we
went
have.
back out
That's
with
why
it.
we on the Vortex Kitchen we have stunt turkeys.
We have stunt turkey.
We'll have one.
Exactly.
We'll have one that's like,
on
okay, now here's if you
to-
brined it, and here's what it looks like. Oh my God, that looks lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so Jay, for a long time, you were running all the way down Penns to do Thanksgiving trips with a few of the islanders. Can you tell us a little bit about those good old days?
Absolutely. So, in the late 2000s, 2010s or whatnot, a bunch of us were going down the beach, and we got elaborate. We took an air fryer, and we would do 2 turkeys down at the Mansfield jetties. And I was kind of flipping through some of our old stories and catches and lies and things like that actually were in the Island Moon. And I wish Lily was here because I think the best story is the mask story with Lily. So we figured it out today. We talked. It was 2018 that her and Cody went down the beach. I was fishing with Kevin and Curtis, right, all the way down at the jetties, and I was kind of the last one off. And I found in the middle of nowhere a scuba diving mask with a yellow and purple strap on it. And I was like, what is this doing here? Didn't think of it. Looked on the back. It said somebody's watering hole in South Dakota. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Throw it in the back seat.
Because that's where you want to scuba dive.
Oh, great scuba diving.
Didn't think of anything. And I'll keep this short, but it's a really good story. And so Lily did not know that she left her mask down there, and I didn't know that she had a mask down there. And frankly, I didn't know she was from South Dakota at the point. And so as time goes on, we started. I took it home, threw it in with the rest of my dive gear, and years go by. Like I said, 2018, and so Lily and I were going to Belize in September, and I started rummaging through my dive bag and found that mask. We had kids in town. Went to the pool. I just threw it in the pool, let the kids play with the mask, brought it home, and it was just sitting on my table. Lily came over to talk about some work stuff. And she looked on the table, and she was like, that's my mask. She had been missing it all those years. And she was like, oh my God, I've been yelling at my mom for years trying to find this on all my stuff back in South Dakota because I didn't know if I left it there or not. So, but it was a good tearful reunion. But it's a really good Penns and Thanksgiving story. So
Almost a ghost story, but not quite. But
it goes to
the reason
33.
the
yeah.
reason that you would go down there at Thanksgiving, well, the other one is Nick Meyer, who's a frequent guest on the show. Nick Meyer,
Right.
because
And a
the
lot
whole
of-
Thanksgiving thing that we separated from them, so we didn't have to play anything with
Oh,
them.
right,
so
because
the British,
he's a Brit.
yeah,
He
so
doesn't-
so he is
yeah.
like he doesn't. I have nothing to do with Thanksgiving. He just goes. He'd go down the beach, and so that was usually coincided with
And a
Jack
lot of my-
Rafael running.
Right, the
Jack
Jack
Rafael's
run,
runs.
Stokes, Tarpon.
Pompano.
And
Tarpon.
I looked back
Yeah.
at a lot of my stories, and I mentioned seeing Nick coming off.
And big, huge sharks eating the Jack Ravel. So that's kind of what the Thanksgiving thing is about. So if
And we had off. That was the whole idea. We
Well,
had the
there's
week
that,
off,
yeah.
Well, a more recent Thanksgiving story, as in today, as people are watching and listening to this, since we print the Island Moon in Mexico now, I found out today they don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Mexico.
No, yeah.
So I'll be delivering on Thanksgiving Day this
Oh
year.
my goodness! I was going to ask you about
So
that.
we
okay.
transmitted the paper on Tuesday
Oh, wow.
as we're recording this, hoping that I could pick it up tomorrow, but no. The Mexican nationals on south of the Rio Bravo said, you get it at the same time, gringo, take it or leave it. So there we go.
Oh my goodness! All right,
Talking,
Usually you guys go to L.A. or something.
Yeah, well, we're doing that for New Year's, I think.
Okay.
But speaking of turkey drops, I went to a
Yes, the
I went-
WKRP
I
turkey
went
drop.
to a,
Best ever, Dale. Best
that's
ever.
I swear I thought those things could,
Could fly.
So I got invited to a kind of a hoity-toity Thanksgiving dinner in Alamo Heights one year. I was working, still in TV. You have to work on Thanksgiving. You usually get the Jimenez dinners free. They bring them into the newsroom, and it's,
Yeah.
So I go to this dinner, and it was a big deal. There's about 10 people or 12 people there. They spent all day cooking this bird. And this lady had a little, I didn't know her, it was at a stranger's house. She had a little white yappy dog that shed a lot. So we're sitting there around the table. We've been waiting for a couple of hours. My friend Phil Williams goes in the kitchen to get the turkey, and he comes out with it on a plate. Everybody gives him a round of applause, and just as we did, one of the handles slipped out of his hand, and that turkey hit the ground. And we just kind of looked at each other. Like, what do you do?
All right.
What's the protocol?
It's still hot.
What's
It's
the
still
protocol?
hot. So,
Oh, yeah. And it had the dressing and everything in the same pan.
oh no.
So there's nothing to do but, pick it up and put it back on the plate and act like it never fell.
Put it back in the oven for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That'll
Right,
sterilize
right.
everything.
But the white dog hair.
No.
Oh,
It's hard to ignore white dog hair on a Thanksgiving
Oh,
turkey.
no.
So from then on, that was the hairy turkey Thanksgiving in our household.
we had a Great Dane lick a prime rib
Yeah.
one time.
Have you ever fried a turkey?
Yes.
Yes.
I fried,
Oh,
I've
yeah,
fried so many
Jacob,
turkeys.
dozens
yeah.
of 'em. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the secret? I've always
Okay,
If you're-
Jacob,
Do it
yes.
outside.
I'm
Yeah.
intimidated by the amount of heat and oil that goes into it.
Okay,
Same.
you have a really good story, but what
There-
Jacob does.
There are right and wrong ways to do it. What I've realized is, unless you're looking for the Norman Rockwell picture of the turkey at the end of the table with Grandma and everybody there, don't even worry about trying to. Why are you trying to fry it whole? Everything cooks at different speeds anyway. So what I do is part it all out. That way it brines in a fraction of the amount of brine, and it fries in a fraction of the amount of oil. It's way safer. Everything is done perfectly on time, and I can basically within I think last Sunday did 2 turkeys in a matter of 45 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Peanut oil?
and everything was done perfectly.
You gotta use peanut oil.
Peanut
yeah,
oil.
yeah. Well, so I use soy. I've got some family with peanut allergies.
Your
So
dad,
I
Johnny.
use-
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny.
And nephew.
Sorry, Johnny.
Nephew Daniel too.
Yeah, so I use a combination of peanut and or not peanut, of soy and some canola. But the other thing is, you need to break your oil first. And any good fry cook from any
Yes.
classic style diner knows, don't just use first clean oil on your important fry. You make some fries with it. You do
Yeah.
some,
You gotta
you do
season
some
that
other
oil.
Cajun chicken. Get
Yeah.
that oil nice and seasoned.
Yeah.
And then you're
Dump
also
some in,
brining
yeah.
as well, which is put it in a salt and sugar solution.
But you're not supposed to fry with canola oil.
No,
It'll make
I'm
you
not. You're not
sick.
frying it on red
My
dye number
friend
2.
Mel did.
Well, that's why he splits the oil, so
Yeah.
he gets
You
the
can't have a
temperature up.
canola
Yeah.
oil.
I inject the turkeys with methylene blue, and no, don't do that. That's it. But I've been frying turkeys for decades now, and it's been just my ultimate go-to. It's nice because it gets everybody out of the house, out of the kitchen. That's how it started back in the day. Was my mom was trying to find a way to get everybody out of her way so she could
Oh, so
finish
you can
all
do
the
all the
sides
stuff,
and
the
everything.
side.
So the guys were outside supervising and frying the turkey.
Yes.
And it turned out so delicious. We just never turned back from
My
that. so.
problem with that is that we'd always Skipper and I. He's the Wolf of Waldron. He's our financial advisor for the show. Skippy and I would fry a bunch of turkeys because Skipper would supervise and he'd bring his oil over, and we would do like 5 or 6 in a row. And the secret is you have to drink Flower Bluff Stout, Milwaukee's Best Light the Beast, while supervising. And occasionally, sometime the bag of giblets stayed in there, and it was like, ooh.
Gotta get the giblets near that fire.
Right. So the other problem was that, like you're saying, the legs. By the time you bring out the legs are all
Shriveled up.
yeah, they're
right,
like Tiny Tim wouldn't eat them. That's kind of those kind of things. They're too.
I
that's
think
a good
this
idea.
year we are definitely going to have the most turkeys and the most New Yorkers at our Thanksgiving
Right.
because
Is that
5
good?
turkeys, you said?
5
5
turkeys.
Why
Wow.
New Yorkers?
Why not?
So my best friend, that's not even a good enough word for what she is, but my best friend Tony Ann, she's
Tony
from
Ann.
Staten Island. Her husband's from Brooklyn. They moved to Texas over 10 years ago for his job. And we ended up, me and Tony Ann, teaching in classrooms next to each other. Finn wants to tell the story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, got to know this really cool New York chick and her husband from Brooklyn, and they were awesome. And then I got to meet Tony Ann's mom, and the more Tony and Pat, her husband, lived down here, the more their family back at home was like, man, Texas sounds pretty good because New York is kind of getting terrible.
And it's kind of getting cold.
Yeah, it's kind of awful. So it just so happens that Tony Ann couldn't always go home for Thanksgiving or Christmas, and so every holiday we were like, come on, you're family.
Yes.
Like, let's do all the holidays with
The
us.
Misfits, yes.
Yeah. So now that not only does Tony Ann's mom and dad live next door in Corpus, so do Pat's mom and brother now live in Corpus. So they're all coming over to Calallen for Thanksgiving, along with our Houston family and San Antonio family. But yeah, if we're going to feed that many people,
So they
then
fled
5
the
turkeys.
hipster invasion in
They
Brooklyn.
sure did. And the neighborhood they live in definitely has per capita like the most New Yorkers in that neighborhood loop. Because they're
Yeah,
just
the new place over. I'm not saying it's on the south side, but it's that
It's-
way.
it's that way.
Did they bring their Yankee ways, and do they have like oysters in the dressing? I was asking
They
Debbie that.
definitely have like interesting New York style food,
Yeah, that-
Italian style food.
Oh, okay.
Like for Christmas, they do the however many fishes.
yeah, 7 fishes.
Something like that. Yeah.
And
oh,
bluefish
man,
is
when
one
they
of them,
cook,
by the way.
though, whew,
Okay.
when that family cooks,
Yeah. If you leave hungry, it's
so-
your fault.
Yeah. But no, they love Texas. They fit right in because surprisingly, Staten Island is very similar to like Wood River. It looks the same. It's a pretty compared to like other places in New York. It's a pretty
A little more
conservative,
suburban style.
normal type
Yeah.
neighborhood.
There's a lot of Aggies though in Wood River.
Yeah. Well, and yeah.
Not very many in Brooklyn that I have.
That's what I was gonna say.
Well, yeah. But yeah,
Less in Brooklyn.
they fit in really well down here. They love it down here.
Well,
All right.
we've had a lot of Long Islanders move to the island lately. 5 or 6 that I know of. I was talking to, in fact, David Carr, who was on the show last week. His congratulations to him. I talked to him last night. He said he didn't have any Thanksgiving stories, and then his phone rang, and his 5-year-old grandson just had the bell rung on cancer treatments yesterday. So.
Hey,
In
congratulations.
New
Yeah,
York
that's
today,
good, yeah.
so it was a good day, good Thanksgiving story for him. He'll be with us next week and tell us everything. He's driving to New York as we speak.
Oh, that's a good haul. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
That's a long
I've done to and from Philly about 4, 5, or 6 times.
I try not to stop in Philly. I
Yeah.
tend to lose my credit card.
So I'm going to take I'm doing a quick visual so I can pause it. All right. And just like that, we're back and we're clear.
The magic of radio.
Exactly.
The baby's magically on my other hip.
Well, this nice break of clarity is brought to you by our friend Frank, who's also speaking of clarity. You want to talk about a traffic cam that's got unbelievable clarity? Just go to JFKCausewayCam.com, and he's got a 24/7 YouTube channel and entire website where you can see exactly what's going on the JFK Causeway. You can check traffic and weather there. And you know what? If it's time for you to get rid of that old truck or car that's sitting out there, go talk to Frank at Discount Motor Co. They're over at about 6601 SPID right by the theater. He'll pay more than the big mega store across the street will. And he, when you go talk to someone about selling a car or buying something else, you want to talk to someone who's got experience, not just another young salesman who doesn't know what they're talking about. So it's worth going and talking to someone who wants to buy your car, who can make the deal. None of this, hang on, let me go talk to my manager kind of thing. No one wants to mess with that. Forget the hassle. Go see Frank the Bank at Discount Motor Co. This moment of clarity brought to you by Discount Motor Company.
I'm kind of surprised Frank's not here today.
So
Unless he's a busy guy.
Let's watch on the cam. Here comes Frank.
exactly. Nick Meyer also jumping in, joining us. Good to see you, buddy.
How you doing?
Not
what,
too bad.
what happens on Thanksgiving on pins, Nick?
I go down there and say thanks.
Yeah.
That's about
For
it.
being able to
Always.
go.
Yeah, I
For
always
30
do that.
years.
Yeah.
Actually told the story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go in every Thanksgiving and just drive down into the 20s as a thank you. I don't care how bad it is. I'm gonna go.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good way to spend Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So generally,
How did the original inhabitants of the island spend Thanksgiving? We have no records, right? They just gathered around the campfire and ate oysters.
They gathered around the shell middens and cracked oysters and swatted
When they
mosquitoes.
weren't eating, Spaniards that landed on the beach in 1554, and 300 of them were dead.
Right.
Yeah, that's a pretty good story.
That's what they had for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Yeah, roast
and
Spaniard.
apparently there was
They had-
100 walking south, and one made it.
Cactus apples. Well, I ran a story in the Moon this time of Cabeza de Vaca
Vaca.
and his bunch. They came through here right about this time of year.
The three of them, and for people, Cabezas de Vaca means head of the cow.
Yeah, head cowhead.
He was in the right place. He's the original rancher.
So how would you like to have that name?
My wife wouldn't do it.
Did he actually look like the head of a cow?
Well, they came through here. They were trying to get back to Mexico, and about this time of year, it was 3 Spaniards and a Moor, freed slave, Estebancio, and they came through here and they ran into the Indians because this time of year all the different tribes would come here and eat the cactus apples.
Yeah.
Because they were ripe and they would stick around till it got cold, and then from there I don't know what they did.
And all the tribes here were migratory, so they would follow the seasons. That the Karankawas, for example, they'd summer and then they'd go inland with it. And the island was kind of the stopping point. The Karankawas for here north, and then you had the Malachites. Malachite Beach
Okay.
kind of went south.
I'd like to see a historical marker in the 20s, because I read that bit online about the wreck of the 300 in 1554, and it's right at the Devil's Elbow, and I wonder if that's how that name come about. Because, it's
No, I
called
think
the
I think
Devil-
it's I think it was before him. It predated him.
But it ties in with the location, and I thought it would be a good place to have an historical marker.
Well, did you
saying that-
guys do Thanksgiving on the Dunn, when this was a Dunn Ranch? Were you ever out here for Thanksgiving? You rounded up cattle this time of year, didn't you?
Well, you rounded up cattle twice a year, so you wouldn't do it in the summertime. It's too hot, spring and fall. But one thing about the camp, it was a family camp, and everybody'd come over in the summer, and they'd spend a week or two. And we've got to think back then to get to the island, depending on how you got here, it was a 4 or 8 hour trip from town.
Right.
So coming was a big deal.
It took some
So once you got
dedication.
here, you stayed on
I
it.
saw
How did
some-
you come by
sorry.
boat or could you wade across?
Both. You could. They had the schooner, the Flower Bluff on there. It's called a scow schooner. Only drew about 3 feet of water, but it was. My granddad said it was as wide as it was long on there. They used it to haul salt. The old salt trade
okay.
down at.
Where did
Baffin's
you
on it.
walked across?
You walked across where Yorktown Road is. That was the ford. So when they were taking cattle off the island, that's where they would drive them. And growing up, I'd hear stories of the quicksand. We were all afraid of the quicksand because there's just a little bit of hard bottom on the lagoon, and it was staked. So you had to keep the animals between the stakes, so if they got off, then they'd bog out in the
Had
lagoon.
you to throw a rope around their horns and haul them out?
Cowboy on
What
back?
do you do?
Yeah. Well, you might lose some if they bogged too bad. One of my mom's favorite horses, she got bogged, and
Really?
yeah, we were always the quicksand on there. You got to be careful. But that changed when they built the causeway in 50 or 52.
Because it changed the water flow or something?
Well, what changed the water flow was the intercoastal. So that was once the intercoastal was built, then you took them through Port Aransas. And you had
okay.
to go through the ferry. So yeah,
So the winter roundup started when?
that'd
You're
be
looking
fallish.
for low wind
Fallish,
blowing.
you don't want to do it in the winter. You get a hard norther coming through, and nothing more miserable than being on the island with a 30-mile-an-hour north wind and 2 inches of sand on top of you.
That would be nothing to be thankful for.
No,
when was the last sort of cattle roundup?
1971.
It wasn't 71.
Yeah.
And then if you were born the next year, you actually escaped right just under the threshold for getting your hunter's education, which is very important.
Fortunately,
3 months late.
Jay missed it by 3 months. Wow.
So you're educated.
Yeah.
Anybody from the Bluff has a hunter education. How far is that King Red Flint? You jump over it and crawl under it.
That wasn't part of the test grade.
That's part of the Bluff,
Well,
special.
one of the island traditions over the years has been what we refer to as the Widows and Orphans Thanksgiving.
Yes, the misfits.
The misfits, the people, and I attended many of those over the years because I would usually go home for Christmas, but Thanksgiving I was usually working, so I would stay on the island, and everything was fine until one year they decided to try to fry turkey, and then everything went south.
This is a great story.
They didn't have Jacob.
Yeah.
This is a
Well-
great story.
Well, what happened is Mel Snow and Kyle, they decided they were going to fry turkey. It was all the rage, and so they didn't really know. They didn't bother with looking up instructions or anything. They just bought a jar of,
No
I think
YouTube
it
back
was
then.
granola peanut. Well, they bought peanut oil, but they only bought one little bottle, and the pot was about the size of big enough to put a turkey in, and about 2 or 3 feet tall. So they put it over a heated flame, and they put the peanut oil in. They realized it only came up about 2 or 3. So they go down to the Stripes store, and all they had was granola oil.
10W30.
Well, I'm not exactly sure, but what I know for
hydraulic.
sure is
He's faster.
on the back of it, which I read after the fact, its flash point is about 150 degrees different than peanut oil. And so Mel and Kyle filled that pot up, and they got it. It was bubbling pretty good, smoke coming out and all of that. And so they just kind of dropped the turkey in, which I don't think they completely unthawed, maybe. And that thing went in, and Mel was about 6'5" or 6'6". He played center for the University of Arkansas. His claim to fame was he kept Lou Alcindor, later Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, down to 47 points.
Well, that was
He
a
pulled his
back then.
pants down or something in the third quarter. I don't know. So Mel was, he's up pretty high over the turkey pot. Well, he drops the turkey in, and I was standing right behind him, and it shot flames up like it was coming out of a jet engine or something. It high enough. He turned around, and he had smoke coming off of his eyebrows. And I said, Mel, is it supposed to do that? He goes, oh, yeah. I said, yeah, it's supposed to do that. And so now.
Flambe turkey.
Oh, yeah. So the oil now boiled up over the top of the pan. Oh, God. And Mel, he didn't also read the fire suppressant manual, got the water hose.
That works.
And so he's on the patio. So he's hosing down the patio. When he did, all the oil went out and set the backyard on fire. And even the water wouldn't even put out the grass once it got going pretty good. And so they were getting ready to call the fire department, so we all ran out there and stamped on the grass and got the fire kind of put out. And then my dog, Riley P. Dog, went around and licked up every square inch of that patio and got all of that grease and had to spend the night outdoors for about 3 weeks until his system purged itself of all of that turkey and oil grease. But I learned a valuable lesson. You got to read the back of the oil the container to make sure that the flash point, because peanut oil is high, right?
It's like 500 or so, close.
And I guess granola oil was somewhere around 275.
I think you have to get that peanut oil up to about 300 to cook.
Well, yeah, we
Yeah.
It's a great story.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah, that really is a
great
good
story.
story.
Nikki used to. You fried a lot of turkeys, and
That's my
Nick
job.
was part of the deal with. We would come around. We had these misfits that people that were going to either college with my daughter, or they were like from,
Or me.
or him, not going to college with my daughter.
Right.
But,
Say it telling your parents you were going to college.
right, and then they would come over because it's like that's my favorite time was. And Nick would come off the beach, and sometimes we'd come over there, and we would have either prime rib or turkey or whatever. And Nick would come by with Spurlock,
Yeah.
and he would chase jacks, and he'd have a grand time, and he'd always like, "Well, yeah, I'll come by, mate." That was when you were in Portland, I think.
Yeah.
Really?
So yeah, we
Long
had.
time.
We're both Portland evacuees.
Yes.
Wow.
I was there. That's where I first.
Refugees.
He was out of a garage.
Yeah, that was
an
my
air
shop.
conditioned. Yeah,
Really?
garage.
Yeah.
in Portland.
Unair
Conditioned
conditioned
garage, garage. Yeah,
Used to smoke out there. It was awesome.
Had
So
lady.
did Billy Sanders, what did Billy Sandiford do anything on Thanksgiving? Was
He
there?
would go over to Ralph's.
Yeah.
Yes, he would.
He would go to
Yes,
Ralph's at times. Ralph
Wade.
Wade. He would go to Ralph Wade. Well, I tried to go like, I don't want to go there. And he'd say he would never want to go do something at your
There
house.
you
But
go.
but no, he would go to Mr. Ralph's. Mr. Ralph back in the day
Well,
would
Ralph would cook him.
a big whole
turkey and
yeah.
whatever. Yeah, every year he done that.
Yeah,
for a
and
long
Ralph
time.
Ralph always had those avocados from the tree he planted from HEB in back.
Giant.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, always
Yeah,
about something
yeah.
always about
Massive.
Thanksgiving.
That's one
Yeah.
of the few times I've actually heard of a successful avocado tree growing down here.
Yeah, Ralph
Oh,
Wade.
yeah.
Which never happens because they get that anthracnose from the bottom of
Yeah,
non.
yeah.
you know-
Well, I guess it's Ralph Wade. That guy's magic.
Well,
you know, if he can,
had
if he
that,
can
and he
survive
would, he
bombings
would sit
and
there. Yeah,
21 days at sea.
He would put chili pequins in his pocket and he'd walk around with those and eat those. Yeah, he was lovely.
He'd chew on 9mm shells because he liked
Yeah.
the crunch.
He was an absolute character. That
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed him.
We used to dare each other to eat those chili patino peppers when I was a little kid.
yeah.
And then rub your finger in your eye. I double dare
Yeah.
you rub your finger in your eye.
Did you do it?
I didn't. I talked to the other guys.
Yeah, he was a star, wasn't he, dear Ralph?
So what's everybody's Thanksgiving plans? What are we going to do?
Misfits. Tyler's
Misfits?
gonna do a turkey, and Val and I are going to do the pies.
Tyler doing it?
There you go.
Doing
Yeah,
a turkey,
a nice collection
and
of people.
I
Turkey
brought
pies
some.
on
I
you.
bought some turkey breasts, and they were like, they call them thawed or fresh. You can call them fresh. They're still frozen, but they're not frozen below like 29 or something.
Oh,
But yeah, so I got those, and yeah. But see, I like the dark meat. Most I don't eat the dark meat, so I got one for that too. So I've got like turkey out
So
the
you're,
wazoo.
going to have a house full, and you guys are going to have a house full.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
we'll have a lot of people. So if you're watching this and it's Thursday morning, congratulations, you made it past the cold front, which is hitting tomorrow or yesterday on Wednesday. And
Well, I noticed the wind
Well,
picking up just
Yeah,
now.
you can feel
Right.
it now. It's much cooler since we're
I'm looking forward to that coming through. We need that sea temperature to drop,
drop
a bit.
down?
Yeah,
Yeah, get after them pomp. They've
I'm ready.
Had an amazing day Sunday. I worked the wrecks.
I saw a flounder. Hopefully, you let that
No,
go.
we did.
Yeah.
But I bet you, off one particular wreck, I bet you we had 20 reds in 30 minutes.
I had some friends went out and fished a rig over the weekend about 20 miles out, and they caught about 70 fish
Amazing,
in
yeah.
3 hours.
It was really slow. I mean, I was picking up them shark and the puffer fish, and then we decided to work old wrecks along the beach, and it was right in the first gut, and it was loaded.
I remember one time I went down with a buddy of mine, Rob. You know Rob. We went there and we had a hell of a time catching finger mullet, and we caught 20. We had 24 finger mullet. We caught 20. We caught a redfish on
Amazing.
each one of them. I mean, they boomed as soon as it
Just
went out
every
there.
cast.
Every cast.
There was a mullet. I was driving along and I could see the mullet blowing up, right? But I daren't throw my cast net because I thought I was going to scare the fish underneath. So I was just getting chunks of white, anything. Just put it in there.
So they were just having them.
Oh, they
having
were
a go at it,
jumping
yeah.
right on anything.
Any
yeah.
Jack Crevalle?
No, they were offshore though. I saw them moving offshore.
Nice. So
Yeah,
it's,
and
it's
they
about ready to
did
start.
catch some down in Mansfield. And big tarpon as well. They were picking
Oh,
up.
really?
Yeah, they've had. Yeah,
So
Mansfield's
so
been
by the time
producing.
people see this Thursday morning, if the weather has cooled off, what is it going to do to the fishing?
You need it to clear. You need the water to clear a bit. It gets a bit messed up as them fronts come through, and the low pressure will push that water up to the dune line. So you need that to settle. But maybe give it a few days. If it gets clear, that pompano fishery is going to switch on. And
Really?
I'm looking at the forecast. I can see that one front, but I don't.
That's
like
what happens
looking
with us. We'll get
too
we
far
don't
ahead.
we don't have enough time between fronts to get that going a lot of times. But
Yeah.
that's the time we like the best.
Oh yeah,
down here
It's
because there's
on.
less
Yeah,
crowds.
This is the best time of
Yeah,
year.
it's-
and then white pelicans turn up, get down the
Right.
beach.
Migrators.
Yeah.
Well,
They're here, yeah.
speaking of the time of year, we have one great thing to be thankful for. The hurricane season.
Hurricane
It's
season,
gone
we-
away.
We,
Oh,
we
wow,
made it through.
yeah.
We made it through.
We didn't have a
Wait, we're
single
knocking
name-
on wood. We're knocking on
We've
wood.
had the weirdest stuff. I mean, all the hurricanes, everything going east. Red tide went east. Weed went east.
So we didn't have a single named hurricane.
Hailstorm.
hit the
I was
US
on that
fishing.
beach and dry as a bone, and everyone was getting hammered,
know.
and all the pelicans were getting killed. It was
know.
Yeah,
Just
terrible.
definitely a weird situation, but like you said, Dale, it's definitely a lot for us to be thankful for this
Oh
year.
yeah.
Yes.
And some of
We're
the
not
things,
pelicans.
one of the things that happened that I remember, I think Greg, you were there as well. We were live from Doc's Steaks and Seafood, which is literally like right behind.
We'll be
Dale.
back over
And
there
yes,
next week.
just over Dale's shoulder. We'll be back there next week with some surprise guests, which I will fill out later. But wanted to say we went around the table, and as cheesy as it kind of sounds, we all kind of talked about things that we were thankful for. And it ended up being really fun, and that turned out because we were coming up with some of the craziest things, and it turned out to be like one of my fondest Blake memories, which was just a great time. It was just really neat. And Lauren and I were talking about this before, about like what are things that are kind of uncommon that you're thankful for.
Right. I have a list, actually. Unlike Mr. Oggs, Mrs. Oggs is very scheduled and planned and laid out.
Well, you guys gained a daughter this year, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a big
Finn Cora right here causing a ruckus. But
Radio
Pass the
kid.
daughter.
yeah, usually when people go over the list of things they're thankful for, they're sweet and it's great and it's touching, but by the end I'm like, ugh, I want to laugh or something. So the
Turns
first
into a
thing
bad
that
Seinfeld episode.
the first thing I put that I was thankful for is a white elephant gift exchange. We do that every Thanksgiving with all the family that comes to Thanksgiving. It used to be like funny ornaments, and then it just kind of evolved into like just hilarious gifts. So I'm thankful we do that. It's not too like touching and or you don't have to pretend you like it if you open it, because that's the worst
Do you
part
have
of
the whole
opening
thing?
gifts.
Do you have the whole thing where people can steal it?
Yes.
That's the best part.
Yes.
Please take it. Take it.
Yeah, and if
Parties
you
like that where Mike Ellis used to do this with the moon parties. You give people stuff that's just a little too good to throw away.
yes,
So it
yes.
ends up in your garage.
Yeah, and there's a new rule this year. If you steal from a kid, you have to look them in the eyes when you do that.
All right, kid, I'm taking a bottle of whiskey.
I have some obscure ones. I have flatbed trailers. I love
love a flatbed.
flatbed trailers.
So does Finn.
I have always loved them ever since I was a kid.
But
I don't
is-
know why.
Is that under the $20 maximum on a white?
Yeah,
elephant?
right.
Yeah.
Depends on where you buy it.
We've been into. I'm thankful for this new wave of reality competition shows. Reality TV, hate it. It's garbage. But the competition ones where you actually have to have a skill to be good at and you have to keep competing, and usually it's in the same field as these other people, so they end up really becoming close and friends, and you get invested in these people and you just want everyone to win. Recently I've been watching the physical. It started off as Physical 100, and it takes 100 contestants that are just physically fit, and it puts them through the ringer of all these like just.
Well, yeah, strength.
Oh, yeah.
show.
Give that one a miss.
But it's it's so good,
Hatchet
and
fight.
They kept calling me.
we watch a lot of the cooking ones, the cooking competitions, because you have to be good at it. You can't just be like, oh my god, I'm on Love Island and I just got my lips done. That type of stuff. No, I'm not thankful for.
What about the Great British Bake Off? Do you
We
watch
were
that?
watching
Yeah,
that
we
last
watched
night.
that last night.
We were
Yeah.
watching it
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah.
Amazing. We
Yeah.
love that show.
You get involved with the contestants in
Yeah,
that.
you do. You do. I put that I'm thankful that I was born in a time where there's vision correction, because if I was alive in biblical days, I would be the village idiot, because I would be completely blind.
You'd have took my job.
I would be cast out.
They would have left us behind.
Yeah.
We'd be behind.
I would have been the story in the Bible of the mud on my eyes and
I think
him
if you turn
healing
the
my
Ten
sight.
Commandments over there in Braille on the back.
I would, but I would be cast out because I was a negative 10.75 before I got my laser eye surgery.
Right.
Same.
So I would have been
Wow.
As
out.
a child.
Yeah, they would have
Right.
tossed me out because I couldn't see anything but colorful blobs is what my vision was. This should be good for everybody. The mute button on the dryer.
I don't have one. I got
No,
another
no,
one.
I don't have
Yeah.
that.
Oh
I just-
my
we have,
gosh.
we have a door. We shut the door.
I'll
If-
be honest with you. I actually, mine won't make a sound, and I don't know when
Oh,
my
no,
clothes
we-
are going off, and I'm like,
No,
no.
ours-
That's
like
why
it.
your clothes
I
aren't
like
dry.
that. I like that. I like that on the
Your
washer.
dryer is
Ding,
way newer than mine.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
ours plays a song for about 20 minutes.
It's the longest little chime, and it goes on and on and on, and we finally found the mute button.
When
and
they're done,
Yes.
The problem
When they're
isn't
almost
necessarily
done
like
and-
normally if it's just us, that's okay. But some people, I'm not saying who, like to sleep at random times, and as soon as they're out, off go the clothes. Yeah. I'm not gonna say who, but someone found a way to get into the microwave behind the numbers and pull the buzzer off to stop that from making noise.
Yes. Very grateful for that. 90s rock music, grunge.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful for that. Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah.
Like
I read a story this
Candlebox
week about
and
a revolutionary grunge band that they were so ahead of their time, so counterculture, they never played. They just came out on stage and tore up their instruments. They went on Unplugged and refused to play the songs in acoustic that they refused to play electric on their record. I got a $2.5 million advance from Sony Brothers.
oh my
But
God.
they refused to cash a check.
Well, then
Did you read that in The Onion?
they got supplanted by a band that hadn't formed yet. They were even more revolution, and they were done.
Very meta,
But the one
very
thing
meta.
I'm thankful that I don't have a certain all Christmas station on right now because it's the only time where you get to hear Yoko singing.
Oh.
War is over.
She
And it's
sounds like she's being tortured.
Yeah.
Runs the cats out of the house.
Yeah.
Not grateful for that.
Mexican food or Mexican restaurant, Dr. Pepper. They're
All right.
There's
don't know
just
what it
something
I'm on my
different
way to
about it.
Guajillo's actually for dinner tonight.
when you get
that place.
not the bottle or the can, but when you get the Dr. Pepper out of the fountain, oh, what is
something-
it?
Yeah.
It is like
It's the syrup.
Well, you got a only good thing to come out of Waco, right?
it's the sweet nectar of the gods, is what it is.
The old
You
corner
are
drugstore.
such a
Good.
Texan.
I know. Yes,
Well,
I am.
when we're on that
Such a
subject,
Texan
we
thing.
should give a tip of the hat to Blake.
Ah,
He was
boy.
at the Dr. Pepper.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Absolutely.
We lost him this year.
Dr. Pepper and
Not thankful for
You know what I miss about Blake's house? Blake was always so techie. He had Thanksgiving cam at his house
Really?
years ago, 15 years ago, and it would be like this live camera, what was going on, and everybody preparing stuff. And it was it was pretty fun.
My house, it was bright lights and 8mm.
Oh yeah, like hey, everybody wave! Yeah,
Yeah.
That was the first fire I ever saw
Then
in
the
my
bug
house.
would blow.
We tried to cook. My folks cooked a goose for Thanksgiving because they're real fatty.
Yeah.
And it caught on fire in the kitchen. This is in Missouri when I was a little kid, and it was like and I thought, wow. And here's and it was like, oh, that's a deep
So that's where the term "cooked your goose" came from.
yeah. Well, goose was cooked, because they have a lot of fat. I mean, not the wild geese, but the ones that you buy. You know, like could I have a Scrooge? Could I have a get the prize goose because that's what everybody had, and they feed and fatten up all year
Sounds
long.
British.
It does, doesn't it?
Well, you know,
I think we've
sometimes
ate goose once. in my
Yeah,
life.
did you?
sometimes you just got to do with what you got to do. Like I go down, I'll run down the beach, and I would do what I usually refer to as a Flower Bluff charcuterie board, right? Because it's got meats and cheeses and little crackers. It was really just a Lunchable that I opened
yeah.
and put on the tailgate. But that counts.
Put it on a piece of driftwood, and you're there.
There it
Yeah,
is.
Yeah.
then it's artistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we should be thankful that our Bob Hall Pier is coming back up out of the ground
Yeah.
after what
There,
a
it's getting
5-year.
there. Yeah. They're just
Missing.
waiting. They're just
Will that
waiting on a
finish
part,
before
right?
the end of the year? Is that?
Well-
we got to be thankful that Muddle and Puddle that we're looking at right now
I know.
might
We're gonna bust
actually
that news out here
there.
before long. Something is actually going to happen.
With Muddle and Puddle, that's the
Yeah.
the lake under.
The lake's
I'll
under the
believe
bridge.
it when I see it.
I know. That's why we're not getting people's hopes up.
Yeah.
Coming soon to an island
Coming
near you.
soon, by 2019.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're sitting here watching us on Island Moon Live, the camera finally stopped fogging out, which thanks humidity. But now that we're done with that, you can probably tell that we're not at Doc's Seafood and Steaks right now, but we are close. But we're just at an undisclosed location.
Well, we're
It's
at
very
the
top
old,
secret.
we're at the old Packery Bar and Grill. That's where we are. People will
He
figure it
disclosed
out.
You
it.
can
It's
see
not
the bridge
undisclosed
behind us.
You
anymore.
can
Yeah,
see the
yeah.
bridge, and with the people that keep asking, it will be open soon, sometime in hopefully the,
Like
the
the
early
surfing crab-
the
surfing
early
crab
part of
soon?
next year.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress, but it's coming back.
So
I saw you had live music here. I was looking at your
Right.
website.
Well, I hired a saxophone player, not to play here, but I did hire a saxophone player.
Not to play.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
grunge
He's a
saxophone
grunge
player.
saxophone
No,
Yes.
we're
Yes.
looking. We're looking here at the Grand Marshal of the La Posada Lighted Boat Parade. Here, that's Dale Rankin of the Moon. He's
Yes,
gonna be leading the
congratulations.
parade
Yeah.
It's a
That'll
highly
be a lot of
compensated position.
yeah.
along with his new best friend, the saxophone player.
So, well, I decided if I'm going to be on the lead boat in the parades, you got to have a saxophone player,
yeah.
right? I mean, accordion player's not going to make enough noise. You need a saxophone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you got to
what
bring the
So
noise.
I hired Charlie out of Port Aransas for Friday night. So I got a Friday night sax player. He's tied up with the Saturday night parade in Port Aransas. So if anybody knows of a Saturday night sax player for what is it, the 13th, I think it is.
Is it alto horn or is it?
It doesn't matter. As long as
Whatever.
it makes a lot of racket.
Kenny G.
I don't
would
even
be
care
fine.
what he plays.
Daryl Leeson, if you're listening, I gave him your number.
Okay. And people need to register for the boat parade.
Oh, absolutely. We need all the boats who want to be in that parade. Go ahead and sign up. And if you want to be in the one downtown, which is this coming weekend, the 6th, sign up downtown. You can be in 2 parades. They have cash prizes for the one downtown too. So
The one is
Sign up, sign up.
On the Friday night parade. We'll start about where we are here at Packery, just where they'll stage it up, and then they go out past docks, and it's going to be televised again on KRIS TV.
nice.
And the lead boat will have a saxophone player.
There you go.
Hopefully.
So if you're looking for
Hey.
the lead boat, just listen for the Kenny G, and there.
Yeah. Hey, if anybody needs to buy presents for all these La Posada, we have La Posada Kickoff, we have La Posada everything, and everything requires you to bring a toy for the Toys for Tots. Saturday is our big sop and shop and sip and shop small Saturday here on the island. But you can get a bingo card, and there's like 10 or 12 different businesses all participating. Pick it up anywhere. You can start at like Cabana Pantry, the Art Gallery, which is now called Evoke. You got Beach and Blooms. You got even Island Mail and More has gifts. I was in the other day. You can buy toys and gifts in there even. The Sea Life Center.
Stocking stuffers.
Stocking stuffers, toys. The Sea Life Center has stuffed animals if you need that kind of
Are you
thing.
And you
So-
buy stuff just a little too good to throw away.
that you have to put in the garage or save for your
Like a
white
doll
elephant.
with one arm missing. Or
No, that's
It's a
Jason's
cool
giving
doll,
those away.
Yeah, Jason.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for a gift to someone, you can just share with them the Retro Radio CC app, where you can listen to KUKA, Driscoll, Texas,
Yes.
105.9 and 103.3. Y también el Retro Tejano, 104.1. Buenos dias,
Muy bien.
amigos.
Well, I meant to call Fred and see if I don't know if Doc's is open on Thanksgiving. I kind of doubt it.
I saw there's a list that the Visit Corpus Christi posted of places. What's the place that they Cracker Barrel
Oh yeah.
or
I always forget
they're
what
open.
Cracker
They're
Barrel.
open there, and so is a couple of other places that you wouldn't expect to be open. Oh, you would think Luby's would be open, but they're not.
Well, I don't.
And
yeah, I have
is
to-
HEB open?
No, but there's I think they're open till like noon.
I think maybe on certain times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
till
yeah.
noon.
So check your local listings.
Right. And then, but if you haven't got your,
That's
the-
got to be a madhouse.
Yeah.
I used to, on every Thursday for the first probably, I don't know, for about 10 years, when we were printing at the Caller Times, the Thursday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving was like their Super Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah.
You go in there,
Oh,
they
yeah.
have everybody in the building would be
Yep.
down in the print room stuffing inserts.
Oh, yeah.
And they would have piles and piles of inserts.
yeah. So is it Black Friday the big deal again this year, or the?
I don't know.
Shop small Saturday, man. That's where it's all at.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the online deals already kicked off.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know
They
if there's
start-
much in store. I think one of the reasons was they were trying to avoid the mass collisions and the fights and all the
Right.
people just really.
Yeah, like the
Homicide on aisle 2.
Why
It used to be-
was started over the
Running all
Cabbage
way
Patch
through
doll.
to
It used to be
Christmas, didn't
Cyber Monday,
yeah.
but now it's Cyber every day. It's like
Yeah.
it's way started early.
It's a
I know they're
different time.
having like a pop up thing at Anchor also. Anchor over at the Wyndham, the Anchor bar. They're gonna have a little 10 to 3, a little pop up shop there. You can go shopping on Saturday too.
I'm excited for this coming Wednesday, which is
What?
yes, actually, if you're listening to this on Island Moon Live on YouTube, this coming Wednesday
Yeah.
will be the tree lighting at Whitecap NPI.
Yes, December 3rd.
Second annual.
Absolutely.
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah. We're gonna have Santa, hot chocolate.
We might even have a sax
caroling.
player there. You never know.
Yes, there probably will be. You can bring him there too.
Sax
Dale's
music
just-
might break out.
He's going to
Yeah.
go around each year and have a different instrument behind him, and then one
Yeah.
year it'll be like the 5th
put it
annual
all
for this.
together.
He'll have a mariachi band
Bagpipes.
behind
He
him.
needs
and-
bagpipes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, that would be a good one. You
Squealing
know anybody
cat.
that can play them? You need somebody full
We
of
could
hot
have a
air.
haggis for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe,
Yeah.
Well, a
maybe
friend of
not.
mine went to a party in Austin a few weeks ago, and he said that all the rage there now is you hire a wandering sax player. You don't have a stage. The guy just wanders around and plays sax until somebody stuffs a roll of wet toilet paper down the horn. I guess I don't know.
Because everybody avoids him around the room.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna bring that new tradition to the La Posada parade this year.
I remember that the Landry's things are open for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Are they okay?
The one downtown and the new
Yeah.
one.
Well,
It's
and-
the poker run for Casa too.
Saturday.
On Saturday again. That's like 1
That's
to
a
4.
big one. Mhm.
That is a big one because Casa, great organization to support. That starts at what, Black Sheep still.
Yeah.
Ends at Angry Marlin. In the middle
Yeah.
goes to Anchor and
La
Brewster's
Posada
and Brewster's.
works with
yeah,
Casa too.
Yeah,
Well, and-
yeah, they do. So that's
They do
another
good
great
work.
thing. They do another great thing you might want to go buy a present for and then take to is the poker run.
Exactly.
And then you can go two-stepping at night on Saturday night at Michael Mays. They started doing a two-stepping thing. So
There's a lot of great
And
events
that's
and a
all
lot
one
of
day.
a lot of fun ways to give back, and that's something, you know, the philanthropy
Yeah.
and the groups that do a lot of nonprofit volunteering and community organizations on the island are just so amazing. We thank you all so much for
Absolutely.
everything from Island Blast to La Posada, Friends of Padre. There's
Sea Life Center
Sea
has-
Life
the,
Center.
the
there's
Parrot
tons of
Heads, man,
people.
those guys do a
Exactly.
ton. The Parrot Heads do a ton.
Yeah, absolutely. A huge salute to you. And as we're getting close to the kind of year end, Jay was talking about that in his article. And Dale, you mentioned it a couple times. One of the things you talked about was what an epic year Hornet Sports had.
Yeah. Well, it started out with the challenge team winning their I think
That's right.
5th championship. We had them on the radio
Yeah.
show right after they won. Then we had the volleyball girls on. They won.
Went to state.
Yeah.
Won, yeah.
And then we had the tennis
team.
The tennis. We haven't had
That's
them on the
right.
radio show.
We watched the football game last week at Jay's house, and it was like they're coming. They just couldn't quite pull it off.
We were watching it on that. Oh gosh, I don't know the network, but it's like
Yeah, but it was the
HSF
broadcast from the
Yes, it
opponents.
was.
Yeah.
And they
yes,
were
it
quite
was.
partisan.
Oh, really? I tried to watch it on YouTube. I couldn't find
It was very partisan, and they were talking about, that was a bad call, and that was going like, yeah.
Well, and
Yeah.
they were calling us Floresville at one point, and
They were intentionally, it was like they were intentionally messing
I
up
mean,
the name.
the word Flower
Mounds.
Bluff was on the field in giant letters. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah, they were definitely they were subpar, and on a scale of 1 to 10, I give their commentary a nice try. So
Well, that
hopefully we'll
happened-
see them in the playoffs
Were they
next
professional
year.
or were
Yeah.
they high school students?
No, they were
No,
they
they
were
were-
good. But they had some big old boys, and I was
No, the announcers.
The announcers
they
were
weren't,
like-
they weren't kids.
no, they weren't kids. They were actually grown-ups. They weren't.
We
Yeah.
weren't. Lauren
Like
and I,
the Flower Bluff has the kids doing it, which is great.
which
And you
was
you
on my
learn-
list
You learn how to be a broadcast
Sure.
professional.
of what I'm thankful for. I'm so thankful for that.
Back to Lauren's list.
Those kids that do the sports information for Flower Bluff, they're so good. They're teenagers in high school, and they are so good at just like broadcasting a football game, and they're so cute.
They're
And it,
running-
like they're just
Yeah.
pure and excited and
There's no way to learn how to do live sports except do live sports.
Right,
It's
and-
the
you
only
do
way.
that? Did you do
It
that,
is.
Tyler?
Yeah. I called from downtown. I called my first basketball game, and I was like, well, yeah, they play 2-3 zone, 3-2 zone. That's pretty much it. And there was a guy on the team. This guy was 7 feet 4. His name was Jens Kujava from Seaholm High School. And this is how old
He
this
was in high school.
He was 7 foot 4. He was Seaholm High School.
Was that his 12th year?
And no, he was a big dude. He was some Croatia or somewhere. Anyway, we would take. This is like when you're a kid and you would make prank phone calls. So you had the little suction cup on the back. Oh wait, you never did that. So we would unscrew the mouthpiece
diaphragm.
and then put alligator clips on it, and then broadcast. Okay, we've got a dedicated line from the. Make sure you get a phone line into the gym,
Oh.
and that's how we did it. And we would go like, hey, can you pick us up here? And the guy would click on the radio, the carrier signal, say, yeah, we got you. Yeah, it was first class, and
hit the
and the other thing was we'd be trying to get the timer over there because you had to have the right time. You have that Seth
Right.
whatever Thomas clock that would go in like for the basketball game. Yeah, it was a nightmare.
Well, so I'm glad that Flower Bluff High School's doing that. It's a great way to learn how to do.
Yeah.
You get in front of a live mic, you never know who's going to talk and who's going to freeze.
It's kind of like
Right.
TV now.
Well, and I love the young man
TV, you can see the flop sweat.
I don't know his name. The
like
main
a war
guy
zone,
that
Yes.
does it, the main kid.
Yeah.
He is so good at not being like. Yes, he gets excited for Flower Bluff, but he's also very encouraging and friendly and sportsmanlike to the other teams. Yeah, he's not very salty. He's very much like doing a professional job. And of course, he
yeah.
gets really excited about the Hornets. But I remember watching the volleyball team play for state and listening to those professionals, quote unquote, they were nasty towards Flower Bluff. They kept calling us Flower Mound, and oh yeah, just a bunch of, what did they call us? A bunch of girls from the beach or something. And it was
There was definitely
condescending and-
derogatory undertones.
Well, the geography was a bit off.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
ways
Flower
from
Mountain.
town.
yes,
way
they
off.
kept
Yeah.
calling us Flower Mound,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
And it's not
that is
even
not
the
us.
not even the grain. It's
Well,
the
you
flower.
notice the
Yeah.
football guys,
Man.
how they talk around injuries. You know, some guys that are on the ground with a broken leg or something. They go, oh,
Yeah.
get your Pearl beer.
You got to tap dance for 10 seconds or
Look like
30
a
seconds for
arm
this
has
timeout.
been lopped off. What a time
Yeah.
to fumble.
Yep, that's fun. I mean, we've got so. Speaking of our future shows, I've been talking with a few people after Jace was on last week. Talking with a few people, we're gonna get Ellis Chapman on with the Oyster Resource and Recovery Center, because sometimes oysters hang out with the wrong crowd.
Really?
They have
You gotta get 'em
they
out of
got-
the streets,
They
man.
get some bad friends. They spend a little too much time on the streets, and we got to send them to the Oyster Resource and Recovery Center.
Time for you to get the shell
So
out
is
of
it?
here.
How do they get
So
the?
for-
Is it Vibrio they're hooked on?
So
You know?
Then they end up in an oyster bar.
oh my god. So yes, the
Yeah. You see all these little oysters running around in the oyster bar. They need
No wonder they call them spat.
So
Throwing out on
Ellis, if
Tabasco
you're
sauce.
listening to this broadcast, we apologize ahead of time because we're going to have 2 hours of this. No, so this is about oyster science, harvesting, and oyster bed regrowth. We're on the cutting edge of, I guess, the new oyster research and things that are going on, the implementation of laws that are protecting oyster beds and oyster reefs, as well as learning about expansion and conservation. So yeah,
Was
yeah.
that
so
the
there's
young lady that was on before? That was
When you had Anna.
no, a different one.
different one.
Yeah.
She's farming them. Yes.
There are people that are, yeah.
she
So
was, yeah.
this is also in response to, and Jay, fill me in on this, man. With
That was Anna Swanson that cued us in that we actually have an oyster spat production and research center at the Barney Davis. We were unaware of that. And there's also some other things that are coming up with oysters. We've got coastal leases that are now coming up, conservation leases that have been approved by the latest legislature. I know there was a lot of noise that went through the legislature lately, but anyway, coastal leases was one of those things. And how that lands the plane with oyster dressing at Thanksgiving. So we'll talk about that next week. So
yes, I'm curious. I want to get, and Tyler and I were talking about this the other day. I want to start getting boat sacks of these farmed oysters.
Yeah.
And go through and see if we can, and tell the difference. And
we had better hurry because they are closed more and more bays this year. Just a little FYI, they closed San Antonio Bay this year, which was huge. The San Antonio Bay oysters they're the ones that we really like because they're sweet and salty.
Yeah.
That's kind of an issue.
Yeah.
And that is like a canary in the coal mine when they shut that bay down.
Well, I remember back in the day, we used to get boat sacks of oysters, and people wouldn't look at the tag, right? We would always
Yeah,
get the
no.
tag and keep
We're
it,
staring
which
at the
is
tags
not
now.
just for bragging rights or to help out your palate, developing kind of the terroir of which oyster bay you're getting these from, but it also helps if someone is sick or if there are problems, they can identify and sort back to the origin of some of those issues. But we were talking about like what would really kind of how it all came about. Like we would taste the oyster and see if it was, we had recent rain in the last month. Maybe we're getting a lot more kind of clean washout.
We
so
knew
that's
our
why
palate,
they're
we
yeah.
were
And so
testing
we
our
said, I'm
palate.
thinking these are probably from section 29 or
Well, you go like
section
that,
17.
we would do the same
Texas,
thing.
Texas Unit 29
And I don't want
want Pocono
to.
Bay. Yeah.
If we had a lot of wind, I said I don't want oysters this week because we had nothing but wind. Because you get turbidity and they get mud on the lips.
on the lips. Yeah, yeah.
Nothing worse than an oyster with
That's
muddy lips.
gross
Yeah.
sounding.
I would be
Yeah.
thankful for that.
Jeez.
If you ever had an oyster with muddy lips, it's just, don't want to
Never
kiss
go
that.
back.
Right?
Yeah.
No.
We noticed that.
You,
Yeah,
that's that.
true
It is.
I'm
It's
going to
true.
add that. I'm thankful for innuendos.
Okay, so Paz, back to your list. You still have a couple of things.
There wasn't that much left. It was like I was thankful for muscle memory because sometimes I drive somewhere and I don't remember the drive. And I'm like, wow, how did I get here? I'm glad my body knows how to get here. Or the baby that has been a ruckus this whole time. Sometimes my arms and hands will just catch them or do something. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah, that's mom and dad gifts. So like
It's
you're like, hey, oh, they're about ready to fall over
awesome.
like that.
Yeah.
You're like this.
Or well, you just practice something so much, your body just does it.
In
Like, I
Star Wars,
love
they call
that.
it a murder, don't they? When they all
it's a murder of crows.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
just natural
Well, we should be
movements.
thankful that when we turn on the tap in our house, water comes out.
Real
no mud.
H2O.
Yeah, no muddy lips in our water. Yeah.
Muddy lips.
And hopefully next year we'll be thankful for that 40 inches of rain that has filled up all the reservoirs.
Do you remember a dry time like this, Greg?
Worse. So in Corpus's history on there, I think it was 83. We just had one lake. And they were telling you, don't flush the toilet on there, showering on there. It's okay to be stinky. And
sort of like New Orleans.
yeah. So, yeah. But, now we have multiple sources of water on there, and there's really been a lot of things. If they can bring on the Evangeline water with it, it pretty well takes care of operations.
So hopefully next year at Thanksgiving we'll be thankful that we still have water.
That we still have water, and they're saying, we could get Evangeline going as early as November of next year, so next year at that time. But it does rain. The only problem is we can't see when.
Oh, right.
Well, I'll tell you what. One thing that I am kind of happy about is the on and off patterns that we're on, and this lean that we've got towards warmer weather going back, in that period between El Nino and La Nina. Yeah. Or we're leaving El Nino going to La Nina, I believe, or is it the other way? I may have it backwards, but we're needless to say we're in that hump, and all the weather forecasts, what I've been seeing, has been saying that we're going to have a warmer winter. Mm-hmm. Warmer and drier is what they're saying. But milder, yeah. But also, which is like it's like the light salsa of winters.
You can have an episode where you have way cold for like 4 or 5 days,
yeah,
and then the rest of the trend is higher.
Yeah.
That got us a couple years ago.
And one of the yep, I've got it right here. One of the things that I was kind of alluding to is Dr. Philippe Tussaud and his crew have been using AI modeling to predict likelihood of what you call, I guess, polar vortexes or those dips
Cold, stunning
and
freeze,
cold
yes.
stunning events on turtles and sea life.
And Dr. Tussaud on there, he's been using AI for years. You hear it now, you can't
decade.
hear anything AI like it just happened. It just birds on there. But ANMCC has been using it. I was at a seminar for him probably 6 or 8 years ago, and they were using AI at that
What
point in
kind of
time.
a winter are we supposed to have? Do we know?
So
Got
that's
a
the
dartboard?
problem. That's the problem.
Have
He
you seen the
said,
caterpillar?
We're going to have a mild winter, but Philippe warned us. I'm on the Texas Cold Water Collaborative emails and whatnot, and there's a kickoff next week. He said it's frozen the past 5 years. Mm-hmm. Like at least one, if not two, freezes. He said it's typically being a new pattern where we're having milder winters, but we're having harder freezes. And so we're kind of looking at that. And so I'm scared my plumeria is going to live in my living room again, but it's the,
It's a nightmare. I have
can
to
go-
carry in.
you can go back
50
to the
plants.
Isle of Moon, islemoon.com. The paper will be up tomorrow and delivered by Dale on Thanksgiving. So thank him for
I'm
that.
thankful there's a printer in Mexico.
I'm thankful you're driving down there and getting it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hope you
So,
make it back.
Yeah, you never know. So, but anyway, good information in the Isle of Moon about the freezes and the work that's being done on that.
But don't we need one good hard freeze every year to kill off some of the pollywogs?
No.
No?
Well, it would be nice to kill off like things like chiggers and ticks and that kind of
Right.
stuff. But
But they seem, we have cold tolerant chiggers and ticks now.
Oh, yeah.
So what do we got?
But this fall they haven't been bad.
I don't know where you've been hanging out.
Well, I've been hanging out in the brush. I was thinking I'm not putting off on, I'm not scratching for the next 7 days. So
It's definitely interesting. It seems like the chiggers and the ticks are becoming a little more organized, which actually a lot of people need to become more organized, and part of that is getting your marketing down.
wow, nice segue. And where would we find somebody that can get our marketing down, where we could like put ticks on our graphics.
Yeah, if you need someone to basically help out with any kind of marketing needs you have, you need to go to Corpus Christi's premier promotional products purveyor. Go see Ted at Impact Marketing. They're over at 423 Schatzel Street downtown. They've got everything from safety vests to the Richardson the Peterbilt of trucker hats. They've got all kinds of different fun promotional items, tons of things you haven't even thought of yet. Every kind of thing you can kind of get to, doing pens and keychains and trinkets and phone chargers and all other manner of promotional things. Go see them. They'll put your logo on it. If you've got a wedding or an event coming up, if you've got a lot of people in spring start getting to their family reunions. It's about that time. Start putting all that together. Go talk to Ted. He can help you get everything together to get you all the fun promo gear that you need for your event. And again, that is Impact Marketing. They are at 423 Schatzel Street. You can find them at... Where's the number?
Fast on the fingers there, Ox.
Yep. I had it pulled up and then I pulled
If
off
you
of
had
it.
it printed inside of your trucker hat, you
See,
my
you
trucker
know.
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, now Google is not Googling.
Well, we have. Speaking of Ted, we want to
Just Google them, folks.
we want to
Yes,
send
the
a
number
shout
is
out.
887-9300. I didn't want to say the wrong number. I got the address right.
There
just
you
didn't want
go.
to say
Now,
the
what's
wrong
that number again?
887-9300.
Good job.
883
79300. Thank you, Greg. I am thankful
They
for
said
Greg
there would
Smith.
be no math. We want to send out a Thanksgiving hello to Ted Mendel. Speaking of Ted's,
Yes.
he's not with us tonight. I think he was kidnapped by the cable man. Is what I heard.
He was.
Yes, always so helpful. We definitely appreciate him. And in this issue of the Island Moon, man, Joey Fair has been finding some great fish recently. So Tyler and Nick, and Jay, looking at this upcoming weather switch that we're going to have now that it's Thursday and it's cold outside. If people want to catch fish this weekend, where should they
It's
go?
really cold.
Right.
Your reds are running.
That's
There-
awesome.
There's plenty of reds running down the beach and Packery Channel.
So,
Still crowds of people there.
Nick, you were down recently.
Yeah.
Where are the finger mullet now?
They were
They
as
weren't,
long
they weren't
as the
here,
wind
They weren't here Saturday.
right. If the wind comes south, all right, you will find them in
They'll
close.
pile up.
Yeah, but if the wind goes north, they move out
Yeah.
and run south, and you think then they're not there. But once that wind comes around to the south and slows them down, they'll come into the shallow waters. Yeah.
Well, I was looking back at a bunch of old fishing pictures and watching the dates and checking water conditions, looking at kind of weather conditions, and there were several days at the end of December and even in the beginning of January where we were casting at sandbar sharks right off of the second gut,
Right.
wearing trunks, and the weather was beautiful, and that's when we would get pump windows.
Yeah.
And some of the photos that I had that I found were from 2009. I don't know if we just weren't catching the pomp because they weren't there,
We weren't
or we were
trying as
doing
much.
it wrong.
We were doing other stuff. Because Nick and we didn't really target them. We were
No,
after
trout
reds and
and
things,
reds.
and so we would sit there and fish those. And I have a picture of me with Skipper. We went down there the week before Thanksgiving or week after Thanksgiving, and I'm sitting there in shorts. It's like 70. It's like the water's the same as the 75 degrees and 75 degrees, and we were catching big bull reds. The water was perfect, but we weren't. I think we were more towards catching things on mullet and reds, not so much.
Well, and also you're right, Tyler. We've got a lot of quid in us lately.
That pomp
maybe not
fishery,
Nick,
pomp and shark has become the main fisheries on that beach.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Really?
you'll see hundreds of them. Yeah. And I mean, the shark fishery, they'll line the beach at weekends. Big money. I mean, people don't realize. When I first come to America, I got in touch with the embassy, U.S. Embassy, and asked them for a booklet on who was buying what as far as fishing tackle. And they sent me this really concise document explaining what the big money earners were. And the big earner was panfish.
Yeah.
I mean, more than marlin
Really?
or
That's
whatever
why you see
think.
Zebco.
Yeah.
Because everybody's fishing for a little crappie and little. I mean, that's just a kid.
Right.
Yeah, they have access to all
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
that's right.
But
Got
you'll see
lakes.
these trucks running the beach, nothing had 5 or 6 grand's worth of rods on the front.
Oh, just the.
Oh yeah.
yeah. I mean, they think they're the poor and they're not. There's a
Yeah.
lot of money. They've got the jet skis, the inflatables.
You go to Roy's Bait and Tackle and you go over there and just look at the fly reels now.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, didn't think.
got Italian rods, the world record rods that I sell at the shop. They're $700 and $800 a pop. I mean, that's what people
Are your
paying.
tariffs back down or are they back up again?
It's up and down. You don't know. It all depends if you're buying from Italy. You don't know what the charge is till it gets here. I ordered a load of stuff from Italy on the Wednesday, and it was like, say, 10%. Friday it went up like to 30%, so I stopped it. Right, Monday it dropped back down. Then by the time it got here, it got back up. It sat in FedEx main office in Corpus Christi for 28 days because they didn't know what the tariff was.
Really?
Yeah, it's a nightmare. Yeah.
Wow.
Before I could pay it,
What is the tariff? How much?
it can be
10 or
20%. No, minimum 20. Yeah, that's good. 20. It can go up to 50.
Wow.
One time it was 100%. They were trying to push.
Yeah, but they keep selling those fiats over here. You know, the little tiny
Well,
cars.
it's us. We have to pay it.
Yeah.
You know, I pay it.
Well, I'm
to-
paying the tariff on the newsprint now
Yeah.
coming in.
DHL will collect the money from me when they bring the goods. You know, you got to
Mexicans
write the
collect
check.
it from me.
Really?
Separate. Yeah. But what I don't
I don't know
get,
how that works, but that's how it's panned out.
And it changes every day there. It's Thanksgiving, the tariff went up.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, I haven't figured it out. I just noticed it on my bill.
I think the concept is good. Like if you could get industry back to the US, it'd be wonderful. But it's not here. Do you know? It's like bananas;
Well, we
they
would be
don't
thankful
grow.
if-
Yeah. Can't you claim it as birdcage liner or something like that instead of?
You know, I
newsprint?
don't know. I probably need a better accountant. I don't know how that all works, but
Well, and it's still such a kind of not a new flip in the industry. People are still, it takes time for everything to really
Still
kind
in
of
the
settle
pipeline.
out.
Yeah.
So
but my pipeline is only a week long, so
yeah.
you know the Mexican government only lets you hold so much newsprint in case you print stuff they don't like.
Oh yeah. Do they have to look at?
I
Do they?
I don't know who their
inspect them all?
proofreaders are, but I can tell you from experience of working in Mexico City, they pay attention.
That's
You'll
interesting.
get the phone call.
Yeah.
And it's talking about things we're thankful for. We should be thankful for having this show every Thursday. We've been doing this now for what? Probably 5 years.
About
we
five,
we
yeah.
started when
We started in Lagos.
In Lagos over
Yes,
at the
yeah.
1360 in the
right
in the
on
studio.
Tupper Lane.
Yeah.
When they were
Back
still
before they
doing
had-
6 live radio shows
Yeah.
in there in the
Same
morning.
building,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we were the last of those Mohicans, and and a few other Mohicans have showed up.
I did
But-
a couple of shows there. That was
Yeah.
right out in the woods.
It was. Yeah, off of
Out in the
Old
cor-
Brownsville
out in the
Road.
cotton field.
Well, and I'm thankful for everybody watching on Island Moon Live on YouTube, and we're definitely super glad about Ed Aconius and all our friends and family at 94.7 and 105.9 and 103.3 and 104.1. The whole retro family has always been so nice and accommodating, and it's always so much fun listening to the other shows and being able to be in contact with people and be a part of everything that's going on. And there's always such a real special spot on my heart for local radio, and I believe that need isn't going anywhere. And I think this is just our way of kind of adding our 2 cents to it. But I want to go around the circle
People
real
come in
quick.
the shop all the time who say they listen to it.
They hear it?
Totally out of the
Nice.
blue.
Yeah.
I wanted to run around the table real quick and talk about what is the newest fun thing that you've run across as far as recipes go. I know in the Island Moon we threw some
Marijuana.
classics in there. Which fun side story I'll tell you about. I'll tell you after we go through and do this. That'll be mine. But we threw some old recipes in there, some classics for greens, sweet potato casserole, and the pumpkin cheesecake is one that I want to try, which sounds delicious.
I actually
but-
tried some of that. It's pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the pie ladies had it or not, but I didn't make the pie sale.
So what's either your old go-to that you can't wait to eat tonight, or your
when I was about 25 years old, I was sitting at my parents' house in Oklahoma for Thanksgiving, and I thought, this is the best meal of the year. So I just started eating turkey and dressing all year. Since then, you can go to Denny's all year. And
You can go to what's it? Ed's Driving on Castores. They have Thanksgiving dinner on Sundays,
yeah,
and it's
I
like
mean,
turkey and dressing. It's like-
Why once a year, right?
Well,
I
yeah,
love it.
that's what the Turkey Growers Association would like you to have. But we've been trying some different stuff. I remember one year I thought, you got a new turn on the green bean casserole.
Right.
Well, what I thought, man, this could be cool. They had fried jalapenos
On the top.
Yeah, I put those on the top. I thought, well, and they were still greasy, and it didn't wasn't quite the same. But now I've got cream of poblano condensed with the cream of mushroom. Then I'm going to put that in there with the the green beans. Try that. It's
That
fun.
sounds great.
So,
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
that,
nice.
I'm gonna build off that. So what I want to try is the prickly pear. So I actually want to get the
Tunas, yeah.
and shave them off and deep fry those and substitute those over the top of it. Bread them and for the crispy.
Breaded tunas, huh?
Yeah, I know it's like four steps, but I wanted to give it a shot.
Or we could just have the. Back in my day, when I was a kid, my grandparents we would eat the nopalitos, the cactus leaves, and it tasted like crappy.
That's
the
a
tunas.
Christmas thing, isn't it?
It tasted like okra.
I used to. You can make martinis out of tunas.
Yeah,
I
I've
used to
seen
have
that.
Done
cactus
that.
in the cul-de-sac in front of my house.
Yeah, I think Roy
But you
had
got
a
to get
deal
them
with
just
that.
right, or they're bitter.
Yeah, the ones that you eat behind the dunes are salty. They taste salty.
Spray, you gotta get 'em in there.
Yeah,
And you got to get the thorns out of them before you buy them.
yeah.
That's what it.
Pear burners for.
I
Yeah.
learned that the hard way.
Yeah. Don't pick them without gloves.
Oh man, I was doing a live shot in Kingsville years ago, and they were cultivating prickly pear apple. And the guy on the Riverwalk, my friend Max, was making margaritas out of them. The tourists were going nuts. They were paying $20 for them. So I went down to the A&I, then A&I, in Kingsville now, I guess, and they was doing a story, and they had a whole, they had greenhouses full of them, cactus from all over the world, and I was, they had the favorite one was a big yellow one, about the size of almost as big as a grapefruit. And I had it in my hand. It had stickers on it. You couldn't see it.
Yeah.
But they told me they were there.
Terrible.
So I had the mic in one hand and a glove in the other. And something happened. I had to pick up my notebook or something. And I took the glove off. And I got ready to go, and the photographer said, "Grab that prickly pear apple," and I picked it up, and I knew as soon as I did it. And then you're live, and you can't say
can't see 'em.
anything. And so I asked the guy there, "What do you do?" And he said, "Get Elmer's glue. Rub it all over your hand. When it dries, peel it off."
Oh,
And it
wow.
worked, except for that one that just not coming out. It's going to live with you
That
for a
prickly
couple of
pear
months.
is really nice, though. Isn't it? I had it. A guy made me some jam with jalapeno. It was really nice. I'm really impressed.
Well,
with it.
I have a jalapeno jelly that I've
Yeah,
done
it's
all
good.
kinds
And
of
his-
stuff.
My dad's
his dad makes
he'll be
jalapeno
heading-
jelly.
He'll be actually because we're watching this on Thursday. He's here and he brought some.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
let's try
save me
some. Future Tyler would like some.
We'll save some for you for sure. So, Greg, any what's your favorite go-to Thanksgiving meal or item?
All of it on there. Starting with the salads and the smorgasbord with it, everything. But I've got a story what I'm thankful for, and it's hot dogs. So back in my hunting days on there, we shot a snow goose, and we're going to have it. You're talking about eating geese.
Yeah.
We're going to have it for Thanksgiving. So my mom cooked the goose up, and she's not the best cook in the world, but we got that goose, and golly, you talk about bad. We gave it to the dog. The dog wouldn't eat it. You know, it tasted as a cross between Laguna Madre mud and a polecat. And luckily, so we had this big Thanksgiving and all the trimmings and everything else, but we had hot dogs. So we were just happy as can be. Hot dogs.
Turkey hot dogs.
Yeah.
Turkey dogs.
And the dog was out there eyeing the goose on there and stuff. I quit goose hunting after that.
But I had the same problem with one time my brother-in-law and I in Waco shot a redhead. We thought, hey, this is gonna be great.
Only thing worse than
Yes, a duck. So I had the Martha Stewart thing, and I put it on the Brinkman smoker. I plucked the feathers off it, stuffed it with Granny Smith apples and oranges. I couldn't even swallow it. I could not swallow it. But it looked beautiful. It was horrible.
So after that, you only cook brunettes or what?
No, I cooked no, we cook. If you want to cook, and we do this on the Vortex Kitchen and things like we cook them medium rare.
Yeah.
And
Debone them.
Yeah, debone them, take them with the breast off, and cook them medium rare, and they taste like minerally steak. I mean, in a
Well,
good way.
the dogs will eat them then.
Well, I will eat them. They're good when they're like that. Honest, even the mudhead.
That's kind of the threshold.
Well,
you taste that
Feed it to the
Laguna
dog and
Yeah.
5
sulfur
minutes.
organic mud just comes
Sulfur
through.
my dad shot one in Washington State, and they had those they get 80,000 of them there every winter, and he says it tasted like a cross between liver and a turd. And he said, and that's being good.
That's why there's so many of them.
But they're lovely, yeah.
When they run,
But actually, the redheads, they thrive on turtle grass. And
They-
the one place, the turtle grass pastures are in the Laguna Madre.
And
So,
they're all here.
Yeah. Don't put turtle grass on your salad because it tastes like whatever.
They taste
combo.
like.
Yeah.
outstanding. Well, thanks again, guys. We're going to take a quick break, and through the magic of TV, we're going to jump right back with Kaylin Paxton, and we will see you guys right here in a second. And Jay got up.
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
And now he's okay. Everything's fine. Okay, no, we're all good.
Fine.
And we're bringing it right on back, and we've got Kaylin Paxton and Spencer with us. So glad you guys made it.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yes.
This is actually kind of fun.
Well, you must be thankful you didn't have a city council meeting this week, right?
Oh, that's right at the top of my thankful list, Dale.
Well, I can promise you several things about this show, and one is that it is not going to last 18 hours like most city council meetings.
That's
Which is-
wonderful news.
Yes.
Every night, just waiting for her to drive home at midnight, 1 a.m. It's crazy.
Yeah. It
We got
seems-
more mics but less speakers.
Yeah. Seems
No,
like
we're good.
seems like a lot to go through and a lot to deal with. But speaking of things that you're thankful for, what are you guys thankful for?
Well, there's still so much to be thankful for, and coming off of that last topic, people ask all the time, is this what you thought you were getting into? Do you love it? All of that. And I honestly am so thankful. I love it. I love what I'm doing. I love having the opportunity to serve the community, but it's a team. It's really a team effort. And so I couldn't do that without having such an incredible, amazing, supportive husband, because this is a huge commitment, and he's always right there, right beside me through all of it. So I'm very thankful for him, for this opportunity, for my family who's very supportive, and of course for this district, because I wouldn't be here without them. So there's a lot to be thankful for this season.
Well, and it's one thing to be, named to city council and help out part of your community. It's another thing to be a city councilman on such a highly polarized kind of. I guess this council is definitely different than anything, and I've heard Greg Smith even say things to that effect later. It's like it's the game. It's not that the game has changed. It's that there's so many new pieces and things moving on. You've got all these different challenges and stuff, and to say that you came in drinking out of a fire hose is just an understatement. But I mean, really glad that you've been accessible and out ready to work with people in the community and jump in and talk with us. And we're
Thank you, Jacob. I
thankful you
appreciate
guys
that.
got to be here. And we were talking about a bunch of our other kind of fun family stories and things that we were kind of going through. Do y'all have anything kind of fun or silly that you do?
What are you
every
doing
year,
for
or
Thanksgiving?
Before we get to that, it's funny, the city council stuff, all the stuff you see on the news is only like a small piece
Oh, yeah.
of everything that she
I
has
know.
going on. All the people she's helping out here get stuff done, get permits, get stuff cleaned up, issues resolved. It's really cool to see all the civic duty, and I mean, we work really hard to get into that office, so it's
Yeah.
really cool to see that. And holiday traditions, we're gonna have a lot of family in. We're gonna be cooking turkeys.
Okay, so y'all aren't traveling. Y'all are sticking around.
Oh no, we have family coming in and staying with us.
They're hosting.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
nice.
hosting.
Yeah.
I asked them, yeah.
It's one of those things you would think that it would be the most simple to go, but what happens there is you end up having to kind of go from place to place so no one gets left out. So it's like, if y'all want to see us, you got to come down here. And
Yeah.
they did. They were, of course, happy to. Families. That's something that I think is a common theme for both of us is throughout both of our families is like, no matter where you were, no matter what's going on in your personal life, in the world, Thanksgiving was always about show up together.
Plus, we're on beautiful Padre Island. I mean,
Yeah.
Is your family local? Are they here?
my brother is. My mother is up in Pennsylvania, so she won't be down here this year. But Maybe next year.
Right.
I've got siblings all over the state and on the East Coast, so a lot of them are here or coming here.
Okay, awesome.
One of the things I've noticed over the years with Thanksgiving is the bars start to fill up about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, it
And people
depends
go,
on-
okay, got that out of the way.
It depends
I
on
gotta
when
go
they-
to the store.
It depends on when the Cowboys play, right?
Right.
So if the
Yeah.
Cowboys play later,
Yeah.
early, yeah.
I hear you can pay to have a Thanksgiving meal cooked for you too.
Yeah, I think Glenn's doing that at Black Sheep this year. In fact, that may be what we end up doing. 'Cause
Well,
it's easier than
You can come hang out with the rest of us misfits.
where
So
where are
we're-
you guys?
So we're doing a misfits with Tyler, right? So every once in a while, because we don't have family that's coming in town, right? So we'll get together us misfits and cook a turkey and bake pies and do all that stuff. So I think that's what we're going to wind up doing.
And
Yeah.
I know Hard Knocks, they always do a huge
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, like mid-afternoon lunch. Maybe it's early afternoon, and that's always packed.
Yeah.
Every year, I'm like, oh, I want to go stop by. But then, of course, the family comes down, and you look up, and you're like, where
all of a
did the
sudden
day
it's
go?
dark
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
And it's only 4 o'clock in
Yeah.
the afternoon.
And the kids are still chasing the dogs through the living room. And you're
Yeah.
like, what happened here? What happened?
Well, it is
Yeah.
kind of a football day.
Well,
right.
speaking of, we're watching this on Thursday because we're definitely not filming this on Tuesday. So I'm actually really excited that the A&M and UT rivalry is back. So
Friday, right?
That's all. Yep. So that's happening tomorrow for people in
Right.
UT.
Right.
You got the Cowboys tomorrow and the Longhorns and Aggies the day after,
Right.
Friday.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You hit
yeah.
all the bases. in one.
It's going to be interesting. Do you guys have any family rivalry in the football arena?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Like
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe my brothers may have been into some sports, but not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's more
I've got
politics.
Aggies and T-Sips on either side of the family. and
Oh
it's-
no.
Yeah, it's always a lot of fun,
Oh,
and I'm,
man.
I started at University of Houston and finished at A&M Corpus. So I tell people, they're like, "Oh, that's A&M," and I'm like, I'm not a
know
water
really.
Aggie. I'm not a water Aggie. I'm a Tarpon.
Yeah.
That's
it.
where we were.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I'm a Tarpon. So
I think it could still count.
Well, at least I went to Texas State. Now at least we have a team.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
years, we're like, you still can't watch them on television unless you have like the 4 stages of cable or something.
Right. Yeah.
But at least we have a team that's worth watching now. So I think probably I'm just going to stick close to the house this Thanksgiving.
It's
No
been
Black
so
Friday?
busy
Well,
this year.
no, every time on Black Friday I drive by that mall and I think, what are all of those people doing in
I
there?
know. I'm like, what is
Wait
so
2
wrong?
days and the crowd will thin out.
What is so wrong in your personal life? You got to go hang out at the mall during Thanksgiving.
I don't-
Like,
yeah.
Holy jeez.
Remember
then
when it
we'll-
was like 2, 3 a.m. you would line up? Nowadays you just get on Amazon or
Yeah.
Walmart.com
Doorbuster
or any
sale.
of them,
Yeah.
HEB.
They get
Huh.
little old ladies duking it out in the television aisle.
I'm wondering if, years on down the road, if we'll be sitting there telling our kids tales of what happened on Black Friday, and it's like, oh no, I don't need to buy anything from Walmart. I'm just here to watch the fights that go down in about 2 hours. That bell's gonna ring, and there's people going, yeah.
And
Well,
parking in the parking lot.
No,
Yeah.
that's the
Jeez.
thing. You said drive by the mall.
Good
That is the
grief.
thing. Every time I halfway say, you know what? When was the last time I went to the mall? I want to go to the mall. You drive over and you're like,
That's
nope.
why I didn't
Nope.
go to the mall.
I think I'm good.
right
I think I'm
there.
good.
You got to go to the Scotch tape store.
Yeah.
Well, you were mentioning Hard Knocks. So we have the lighting of the Christmas tree La Posada this Wednesday at Whitecap, and then the next day at
Whitecap
Hardcap
NPI, yeah.
at Hard Knocks, kickoff for the La Posada
Posada.
kickoff party,
Yeah.
and then it's on from there.
I'm excited about this. I feel like this last year has been a whirlwind of just, when you said the fire
Yeah.
hose was an understatement, you were
Yeah.
right, maybe 10. So this last year has just been a whirlwind. And I feel like a lot of my career has been I was blessed to be able to show up to a lot of these events all the time, being very consistent, and I value that. I think it's very important. But this year's been a lot of work, a little less of being able to be out there
Absolutely.
as much mingling. But this holiday season, I'm really looking forward to it because it means for me to be able to get back out there and see everybody and do all the La Posada traditions and do all that
Yeah.
again.
Right.
Well, you're coming up on a year.
Yeah.
Coming up on a year.
What surprised you about being on the council?
I don't know that anything really surprised me. I think as far as all the bases go, I expected it. I think the volume was ramped up in each of those categories.
Absolutely, and in all the events, and I do have to hand it to you, Kaylin. You know, I go to a lot of meetings, ISAC, PRAC, blah blah blah, and you're at a lot of them. You're at a lot of them. So yeah,
It's
getting
important.
out and hear the feedback from the community is a good way to go.
Yeah, I love it. It's what I'm just blessed to be able to have that opportunity.
Well, it looks like
To have
this,
that time.
Yes.
this year we're going to have the bond issue coming up, and it looks like ISAC's made you guys have got priorities.
We do. So we're basically following previous bonds, right? So we did bond 2018, which is Muddle and Puddle, right over here.
Under the
and you don't have to
JFK.
talk
Many
about
years.
that if you don't want to, but that might be getting a little more traction. And then bond 2022 with Commodore's Park. We want to follow that with the bond. We're going to recommend, obviously, council can do what they want to do, but get us into phase 2. The Parks and Recs department was really good about meshing in and wedging in as much as they could into phase 1, the different components that we were a part of at ISAC, and then paper streets. That is still kind of high on the list. We did a little shuffling with the paper streets money to get the skate park.
Brilliant.
But make sure that they keep going with the engineering and permitting for the paper streets, because there's wetland issues.
Yeah.
So it'll take a couple of years, but that money should build back up. So we're just kind of moving things around. So, but please keep paper streets moving forward.
One of the things that I thought I would never say is I am very thankful for subcommittees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It
Yes.
sounds weird to say,
No.
but
So,
that's where the work gets done. And instead, like, why? That's what subcommittees will take your public comment and your need
Yeah.
for public comment and shrink it down to there you go. This has already been taken care
So
of.
here's the story. So Kaylin, when I was chairing ISAC and we were going through the ATV, UTV golf cart.
What year was this?
Shoot, don't
5
get
years
me to
ago.
don't get me to
Yeah,
lying.
October.
Got them kicked out of the Baptist church.
Yes, and so I had 100 people in the
That's how.
Baptist church there for public comment, and they just went off. I called my District 4 rep at the time, and I said, actually, it was District 4. It was my mayor, your current mayor, and I said, we have a presentation that will answer a lot of the questions that people are going to show up with their pitchforks and torches for. Can I switch the meeting around? And she was like, no, take public comment first. So we sat there for 2 hours and took public comment, and they had to kick people out of the Baptist church because they threw an F-bomb. It was crazy.
Well, I am a huge.
So subcommittees,
Yes.
Jacob's right. So that's what ISAC does, is it keeps a lot of people out of your hair downtown.
Well, I really do, and I think that's something that having the background of serving on ISAC and serving on
Yes.
how many subcommittees were we on? I don't even know. 5.
You were on this one, actually. You were on the
Yes.
Bond 2018 subcommittee.
Yeah.
too.
JFK.
There was
Yeah,
so
JFK with Jody
and I'm
Steen,
a
yeah.
huge believer in it. And so having that background and knowing what a vital role those play, being able to hit the ground running in this term and setting that precedent out of the gate, which was ISAC, subcommittees, I want to hear it. I want to hear your voice,
Hell
and
yeah.
that's why it's important to me to show up to the meetings, because I can hear all the dynamics and the conversation
Yeah.
and know where to support
And
behind the scenes.
How they got there.
Well, you've
yeah.
seen a
Exactly.
lot of a change sort of in the dynamic at the TERS board level as
Ooh.
well.
Yeah.
That's been fun, huh?
The county is kind of pushing their way in.
It's-
Brent's going to be the vice chair now, I think, our county commissioner.
He's our vice chair for our island tours.
And
Yep.
they're going to come back and ask for another, I think it's 1.8 for Briscoe King. They ran into some cost overruns.
They did. I think we've called a special meeting for the 9th for our tours too. We've called a special meeting.
But that's,
hey.
they've put $20 million in
5
over the
minutes.
years. They deserve
Oh,
a little something out.
absolutely.
And we need
It's-
we need a pavilion.
I'm glad that we have. I think that was really, really incredible that we had the opportunity to name Brent Chesney, our county commissioner, as vice chair of that board, because he's been such a strong ally to this district. He
Well,
really
managing that fund, that TERS fund, and it's part of the subcommittee work that they're doing,
Yeah.
has become crucial to the island because the stuff that starts at ISAC, a lot of it ends up for funding at the TERS. And that fund's got, it ebbs and flows. It's got money some years, and some years it doesn't.
Well, and the great thing is with the subcommittee with Gully and myself and a bunch of people like Kaylin that have served before, we've been able to maintain the institutional knowledge moving forward.
Yeah.
Yes,
And that
yeah.
is huge with a lot of these subcommittees or other city council committees. There's just so much turnover that the new people come in and they just completely tank it, tank things that had momentum. So
Well, and it takes them so long to relearn everything that by the time they get
time
everything
you
up to
figure
speed,
it out,
then it's
yeah.
like, well, okay, now we're
I'm
another 2
termed.
years down the road.
yeah,
And-
exactly. Or
yeah.
they fought against it and then they come back to the table. Yeah.
I feel
Oh, I
like in
gotcha.
that regard, having those years of serving on the committees, the subcommittees, helped.
Yeah.
I feel like I could come to this
Absolutely.
role a lot
Yeah.
faster having that institutional knowledge. So for me, the thing that I had to adjust to in this new role is just the volume of.
Comments.
Yeah.
Well, it's like everything you see in our 12-hour council meetings, and then you exponentially multiply that because
How many hours a week you think you spend on that? Greg always said around 40.
I was
Right,
gonna
yeah.
say, if we
What's-
don't
what's
have
the free
council,
time?
about 40. If we
Yeah.
have council on a week with the preparation and stuff, it's got to be about 55.
And the problem is the agenda comes out Friday evening.
They've
and then
changed
so,
it now.
And they change it to Monday now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Or Tuesday. It's got to be 7 days, right?
It's got to be. It's like 3 business days. You've got to make sure that you've turned around twice. It's this whole new thing of
Yeah, the
posting it.
legislature did that.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, Spencer, Kaylin, Dale, Jay,
The rest of the characters
Nick,
that have
Lauren,
been here.
Debbie,
Jeez
say
Louise.
yes, Tyler,
Finn, your daughter.
Greg,
Yeah.
Finn. We are so glad that everybody was able to come out and be a part of this. We are just shutting this down. We are coming at you from what was formerly Packery Bar. We're looking at the
Packery
beautiful
Flats.
causeway, Packery Flats, right behind us right here. And we're so happy that you tuned in to Island Moon Live or 105.9 or 103.3. This is KUKA, Driscoll, Texas, Corpus Christi's Retro Country, wishing you and your family a
Happy Thanksgiving! Ay, 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 ay. From Pirate Radio.
Here we go.
There's a place I know where the warm winds blow. It's a party in the Gulf of Mexico. When the weekend comes, your friends all cower with a dress, Dos Equis in a fire bow. TGIF, TGIP, it don't make no difference. It's the same to me. You're on island time when you're salt and lime and say, thank God it's Padre. Thank God it's Padre. We're getting that GA, it's gonna open soon. I know it's true, cause I read it in the Island Moon. Never have to leave, you're gonna see. Cause nothing good ever happens on TV. We'll meet on Soapback Beach to hang out with the bums. There's no need to wait until the weekend comes. You're on island time, bring your salt and lime and say, thank God it's Padre. Thank God it's Padre. Sitting out in Bob Hall Pier, drinking a nice cold beer, and wondering how I landed here. Someone pinch me, I'm dreaming. Still sitting on Bob Hall Pier, this lukewarm beer. Just wondering how I landed here. Someone pinch me, I'm dreaming. Just take SPID to the JFK. Set your GPS and you'll know the way. Get on Allentown and get in line to say, thank God it's Padre. Thank God it's Padre. Thank God it's Padre. Thank God it's Padre.
Great job.